What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 15th podcast. Let's Talk Games 15. And today's special, you guys see my trailer. We have one and only. He has the most fans and most annoyingest fans I've ever witnessed. They got his back, though. Welcome, BBC, Blackbuster Critic, to the Let's Talk Games podcast.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Okay, and we have my right-hand man, E-Rock8150.
Salutations, felicitations, and celebrations. It's your boy E-Rock8150, the Don King of Xbox. And once again, you're listening to the fastest growing podcast on YouTube.
And we got one of the most hated people on this podcast, Sad Man Dan. Say hello.
I don't want to talk. I just want to play a game and kill bugs.
Okay. And joining me once again, he's been on previous podcasts with us, is Fame ENT.
What's going on, guys? Good to be back. Don't forget to check out my channel and always let your voice be heard.
Okay. So I want to start this off because I was watching your video, Blackbuster, about this whole Nintendo thing. So are you not going to get a Nintendo DS due to this new?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to get a DS.
Oh.
But you already bought Persona, though.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to sit on my shelf. I mean, I'm a big Persona fan, so as long as I can support the series, I'll be happy.
So it's just going to sit in plastic on the box? You ain't going to return it? Put it on eBay.
Nah, I'm good. I might buy like a used 3D XL or something.
You really not supporting Nintendo?
Nope. No, man, I don't support that shit.
Is this because of the whole charger issue?
Not just the charger, but in some regions where you have to unscrew it to actually put your SD card in, it's ridiculous. There's no need for that.
I'm 100% with you, man. It seems like a really crappy tactic by Nintendo, and I wouldn't support it either. I mean, I have a DS, I have a 3DS. I wouldn't buy this new one, man. I think it's just a tactic, and it's stupid. It's stupid.
Isn't it a hardware refresh though? Like, aren't like the new 3DS games not gonna work on the older ones?
Yeah, it's not exactly a new DS that there. It's like just like an update that you can only play certain 3DS games on that one particular 3DS.
Yeah, because I was really kicking the tires on the 3DS because I want something to take with me. And
it's just a really weird half step of a new released console, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
Oops, sorry, I went to mute. But
I get my money.
Yeah, but I don't know.
PS Vita for me then.
I haven't been a fan of handhelds regardless, so I don't know how you guys can do it, and I don't know.
So you're missing out, man. There's a lot of great games on handhelds.
I was in. What the hell is that? I'm sorry, I have an advertisement playing in the background that I can't get rid of. Holy crap. All right, there it goes. Yeah, I think the last handheld I've bothered with, which was I think the Game Boy Color, and I think it was Donkey Kong, was the game that I had. But I don't know. Ever since then, as I've grown up and been playing on consoles, it just I don't know.
You never had a Pokemon game in your life?
Pokemon Stadium. That's the only Pokemon game that I had. I was a
Dude, like everybody had like a Pokemon color game.
Come on, man. I know you have.
I do good with Pokemon games.
Everyone had like blue, red, yellow, silver, or gold, or
yeah, like
whatever.
my uncles had that and everything. They used to do that. I used to be a big fan of the cards. I did the trading cards and whatnot. I never did the actual games though. The only Pokemon game that I owned and actually enjoyed was the Pokemon Stadium for 64.
Please don't remind me of the cards and the horrible trades I used to make.
Dude, the Pokemon cards, I've went through some trauma with that. Like when my Pokemon cards, my second set of Pokemon cards, my holographic was it Charizard and what's the turtle one? Oh my god, I can't remember them
Squirtle?
anymore.
Blastoise?
Blastoids. When they got stolen, I cried. I missed 2 days of school, and I never collected Pokemon cards again.
But you know what? Someone stole it. You didn't like openly say, "I'm gonna trade these Japanese holographic cards that don't have any English markings on them. I'm gonna trade them for a whole book of crappy normal cards."
What? No, I used to
I
collect.
had Japanese foil cards, and I traded them all for an entire book of English cards. Really stupid.
That was smart.
Oh yeah, that that was the smart thing to do. But
I used to rob motherfuckers for their cards. I stole so many cards.
yeah, that still hurts. I remember the one kid who did it. Actually, I remember this. This was in 5th grade. His name was Brandon. I had a red Pokemon book, and his name was Brandon. And I kept trying to tell the teachers that he stole my card, but there was no real way of proving it. And I had to just suck it up and deal with it. I couldn't beat him. He was too bigger than me. So I was
Should've
going
searched his backpack,
add
bro.
insult to
Take his
injury.
stuff.
So
Had no idea
But,
it was there. Pokemon in these streets. My goodness. Heavy.
well, Pokemon's shit, but everybody was on that the Game Boy Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow and stuff. I just couldn't follow it after that. But
I think I still got my silver in this tub behind me.
Yeah, those games are expensive now, man. You gotta look on eBay for those original games. You know, people are trying to charge you like $100 for Pokemon
Dude,
Yellow. It's crazy.
Just go to Goodwill. They don't even know what it's worth, and they'll sell it for like $1. I'm not even kidding. It may not work, but you'll have it.
And then so other than Nintendo, I haven't heard much coming out of the Nintendo camp. But one thing I'm really getting bothered at, and I just don't understand why the developers or publishers are allowing this to happen. All right, so we have Resident Evil, a 1996 game, a game that came out in 1996, struggling with 30 frames per second on next generation consoles. That's really bad. Like,
I'm sorry, but before you do, I want to ask you: it's now okay to blame the devs for games running bad? Because last year we couldn't do that. Remember what people said about Call of Duty Ghosts and all that stuff that ran bad? We said the devs were being lazy. So now is it okay to blame the devs again? I just want to know from you guys: is it okay to blame the devs again? Because we couldn't in 2014.
We've been blaming the devs for like a decade, man.
Because last year when people said that the X1 was running bad on certain games, we said, hey, man, these devs are being lazy with this ES RAM. They're not really trying to optimize these games. People say, oh, no, just the X1 sucks. But now I just want to know if we can blame the devs again, because I've been wanting to blame the devs for the past 8 months for a lot of games.
well, who do we blame? They're the one that make the game. So the thing is,
Blame Microsoft and Sony for weak hardware.
Reason why
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people want to blame the consoles and not blame the devs. So I mean, we can't do both. We can't, when it's our favorite, when it's our preferred console, we want to blame the devs. Then when something else happens, we want to blame the console. I mean, which one is it? The console?
Well, see, developers, man, what they're trying to do is they're spending as least amount of money as possible, and then they're just trying to get our money in the end. They're not trying to put all their money into development.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Stop pre-ordering games.
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, big homie?
Hey, what's up?
Like last gen, did you pick up Zone of the Enders, the collection?
I didn't.
I had the Metal Gear collection.
Well, Zone of the Enders, it was originally released on PS2, originally ran at 60 frames per second, and it ran at 60 on the Xbox 360 version, but the PS3 version was running at like 15. It was awful, but like 9 months later, they released a patch that made the PS3 version up to 60 frames per second, which is ridiculous. But
9 months
devs,
later?
Man, yeah, man, literally like 9 months later.
Like,
Developers these days, man, they're lazy as fuck. They're not trying to optimize. They're not trying to do what's best for the gamers.
Ubisoft.
yeah, it's like the thing that bugs me is that, all right, so what to me about remastering these games, I'm like, okay, let me see what this game will run and look like on next generation platform. I believe all Resident Evils like back in the day kind of ran choppy, even though they were good games. I felt they just ran choppy to me. And just for them to be a slight improvement I feel like it's a ripoff. Now I feel like a sucker because I did pre-order that thing and I pre-ordered it like digitally, so I'm still contemplating whether if I want to actually keep it or not.
You could just get the PC version.
My PC can't handle it. Hey, never mind. Maybe it could. I don't know. Maybe it could.
Get a better PC.
But this frame rate drops on the PC version anyway, so.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I think some of it kind of boils down to a lot of reasons why people are not wanting to buy digital because these games are so broken. Because I mean, you buy digital, I mean that's it. You know, GameStop, at least you can take it back and get some of your money back. But if you buy digital, you're just dealing with a broken game. Like Blackbuster Critic that clowns for 9 months, you have a broken game. Because I don't know about you guys, I couldn't play a game at 15 frames per second. I couldn't. It's broken to me.
I couldn't believe it, man. Like my brother Shokyo, he was playing it and it was running like shit, and I'm like, what did they do to this? And they had it wasn't Kojima's team that had actually made the port. They had let some Wii developer port the game over to PS3.
Horrible. That's trash. That's complete trash.
Big homie, what's up? You getting that Resident Evil remaster?
No, I'm done with bad remastered games. I'm done. I'm not supporting that shit, man.
Likewise. Sad, you might enjoy it.
I don't know. I'm not really into the Resident Evil series, so me buying it wouldn't really make sense. Also, buying remasters. Why?
Is it me or I just can't hear anybody?
You know what I would buy? I would buy like if they made like a new version of Ace Combat 5 for the PC. I would buy that.
What?
Ace Combat 5. That's I think that's PlayStation. That PlayStation.
Oh,
They should release that and Zero on the PC, so I don't have to buy another PS2.
There's only 2 remaster games I buy, and that's that's like a Gears collection or Uncharted. Other than that, I'm done with them.
Yeah, and speaking of remasters, there was Saints Row was one of my favorite games. I think I was playing Saints Row. I stopped buying Saints Row after like the second one, and then they started doing some weird crap with the game, like making you fight aliens and going to hell and all this other crap. So they're remastering the latest one that just came out, and that's having some frame rate troubles as well. Now, were they targeting 60 frames per second or what? Because from what I'm hearing, it's not getting anywhere near close. At least on some platforms. I don't know if it is on both platforms, but
for what I've seen, I've only seen because I watched Mr. T-Tech video on this not too long ago, and it seemed like a lot of places too, along with his video, they're only showing the PS4, PS3, and 360. So I don't know if the X1's having the same issues, but for every screenshot I've seen, I didn't watch the whole Digital Foundry video, but everyone's showing screenshots, and this barely can handle 30. Like I haven't seen any screenshots where it's consistently over 30 frames per second. Like it's constantly dipping down to 26, 25, 30, 33, then back down to 25. And that's for PS4, PS3, and the 360.
Yeah, they haven't released anything regarding the Xbox One version yet.
Well, like Saints Row is actually it's kind of a demanding game on PC, so I'm not really surprised.
yeah, but damn, you got games like Grand Theft Auto that didn't do too bad with like frame rates and
Grand Theft Auto 4 has frame rate issues because Games for Windows Live is really bloated and eats up a lot of power from your PC, so it doesn't even utilize your entire graphics card.
I was talking about Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh yeah, I forgot
Five?
you're still waiting. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
There's gonna on January 27th will be a day of silence. This was the day.
But
Oh well, I sold my key like a week before they like announced the delay, so I'm happy.
Why was it delayed again? Anybody know for sure?
I read about it, but honestly, what I was reading, I wasn't paying much attention to. I just read the headline. It's like, all right, move on.
I'm just hoping that they're using that time to make a real good port.
I don't have problems with delays. Delays are good things.
The delays are good as long as when it drops, it's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, or you can have like a Watch
Probably-
Dogs, or you can have like a.
Comes out, it's okay.
Yeah, as long as it's not like Drive Club.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
Please.
And then you hold on, what was there? There was something else.
The developer of Uncharted, Naughty Dog, they're saying they're not going to shoot. They could shoot for 60 frames per second.
But it's not
for
their priority right now.
It's not their priority, so most likely you're going to see Uncharted be at 30 frames per second.
Oh yeah, that's for you, big homie. Remember you said it got to be 1080p, 60. It either has to be 60 frames or 1080p. What was your stance on next generation games?
It either got to be 1080p or 60. So if it's 1080p 30, I'm good. But I'd rather for it to be 720 and 60. I'd rather have those 60 frames than the 1080p all day. So, but I mean, it's not a guarantee that it's not going to be 60 frames. So we just have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that it's 1080p 60.
What a year it has been. Remember when these consoles dropped, everyone kept saying 1080p 60 frames per second was the standard. Now everyone's saying, well, 1080p 30 is okay. I'm not talking about, you're talking about these Dells. Like, remember 1080p 60 frames per second for consoles is supposed to be the end-all be-all. It's supposed to be the standard for gaming this generation. And they're finally coming out and admitting that, hey, we're probably not going to see that much this generation, which is sad. What a year. What a year.
That's what happens when console gamers dream they're PC gamers.
It's bad, man. It's bad because I don't know, man. Because people were touting, especially no shot to the PS4 fans, but wasn't this supposed to be the machine that was supposed to be the all-powerful machine? I know it's only a year into and it can still be optimized, but I thought 1080p 60 frames per second was supposed to be the standard.
Well, Aaron Greenberg said that all the games on Xbox One would be 1080p 60 frames per second, but that's not the case. So I just think it is what it is.
Honestly, I think the I know I'm gonna get a little flack for this, but I think the PS4 is tapped out on
Of course
what it can do.
Of course you would feel that way because
I would say they were both
dude,
tapped out a year ago.
Y'all Xbox dudes is killing me with this DirectX 12 shit. Like, god damn, y'all won't let that shit go for
Bro,
nothing.
let them dream. Let them dream.
Yo, man, get out of our level. When's Mantle coming out?
Here's about DX12. Here's the thing about DX12, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I know all the stuff about it, but here's the issue I have with the whole DX12. People going back and forth. I don't see why every blow and Joe speaks on DX12 like they know what it is. Just wait for it. Let the developers tell you. When a developer comes out and says, "Oh, it's making everything looks better," people say, "Oh, no, that's bullshit," because I know this. Like, I don't see why some scrub from next door thinks he knows more than a developer. That makes no sense to me.
It's like I said.
Well, if we actually had real applications, then that'd be all right. But for now, all we're getting is these little demos. Like, there was this guy today, this dude Shannon, dumbest dude in gaming battlegrounds. He was talking about DX12, and he was talking about what a crazy jump in frames that this demo got just from switching to DirectX 12. And we're talking like only 6 to 10 frames. And he's talking about this crazy jump.
See, the way I see it, whether you think it's going to be awesome or whether you think it's going to be crap, I think everyone should really just shut up, because no one on this channel, no one is in the living room right there. No one knows besides the people who actually use it. Whether you think it's going to be the greatest thing ever, or you think it's going to be absolutely nothing, no one knows. So both sides really need to shut the hell up.
I agree.
In the end, it's just a Band-Aid.
Phil Spencer said himself that it's not going to make a big deal, but it's like you got guys coming behind them way. He didn't mean it this way. He's not going to let you know everything. It's like, man, just chill the fuck out.
You can take that statement. People also believe that, people take that, and think, oh, well, maybe he's just trying to hold stuff back. People also thinking that he won't do anything at all, which is not the fact. He said it won't be a big deal, but it depends on how big of a deal you was trying to make it.
Well,
I mean, what it's do is just
right now
have better optimization.
Speaking of like Windows and DirectX and stuff like that, they have this event that's coming on Tuesday. I'm glad I'm off, but there is this event Tuesday, this Windows 10 event. BBC, you are actually in the beta for Windows 10, right, or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How is that? How is it so far?
It's actually really great. It's pretty phenomenal. It's really fast. It's very pretty. It has nice effects. It's better than 8 by far.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised. I thought you.
I don't know if Windows 8 is good.
No, I don't.
Standard though.
Yeah, I was afraid of Windows 8. Like I had bought, I had got a computer that it had no operating system on it, and I could put any operating system I want on it because it and I opted to go with Windows 7. I have Windows 8 on a laptop. I'm just like I do not like messing around with it, man. It's just not my type. But Windows 7 and everybody hated Windows Vista, but Windows Vista and Windows 7 was like my favorite. But I don't know. But
well, when it comes to Windows 8, like Windows 8 wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I had to just completely get rid of the Metro, and I had gotten a program to like emulate an actual start menu, and that made it a lot better. But Windows 10 basically takes the best elements of Windows 8 and the best elements of Windows 7, as well as some of the cool features from like the Surface, and puts it all into one operating system.
okay.
Hey, Blackbuster, I want people to take your response with a grain of salt. I don't want people, saying, well, he said this, but with you already having experience with Windows 10, what do you think, if any, it would do to the X1? Because I know the UI of X1 is real clunky and slow sometimes. I know you said the Windows 10 is a lot snappy. I know you probably run it on a pretty badass PC, but how do you think that UI would be able to translate over to a console?
I don't think it is going to transfer over to a console.
Why not?
Because the X1 already has its own operating system. It's already got what it's going to have. I don't really think there's going to be any integration between Windows 10 and the Xbox One besides maybe a media server.
Because they're supposed to be streamlining everything. Of course, these are rumors, and people are taking the Windows 10 picture they have and seeing that the Xbox.
Well, unfortunately, the Xbox One runs off a 5400 RPM hard drive, which runs the operating system. So it'll be as fast as that thing will let it be.
Well, like we said earlier, let's just wait and see, because if there's been one constant, it's that whether you hate Xbox One or not, anybody that has an Xbox One can tell you that console that we have now is not the console that launched last November. The console that's sitting here in my living room right now is not the console that launched last November. There's been so many improvements. There's been so many speed improvements, so many interface improvements, and this has just been done through software.
So many 180s.
Exactly.
You're right. Remember Xbox 900. Remember when the Xbox had launched the beginning of the time was the end. The Xbox has made itself a ever-evolving console. What it was beginning, the 360 was a completely different console now than what it was.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah. Let me answer that question about the so many 180s, because I've heard that before, and my thing is, I've heard that from everybody.
You can't damage control that. It is a 180.
But
I have an Xbox One, so I
but
know what's going on.
But can
But
I
go
finish?
ahead. Go ahead.
I've heard this shit for like a year. Xbox made so many 180s, so many 180s. I've heard this from all of these supposed business majors who, if you owned a company, it'd probably be closed down by now. What was Microsoft supposed to do? Continue with a losing strategy, not evolve their console, not lower the price, not change things, not take out DRM, not what were they?
What they were supposed to do was what was best for gamers in the first place. That's why they were in the trouble to begin with.
But let me ask you a question. Who's that? Blackbuster Critic?
Yeah.
What exactly is best for gamers? Enlighten us. For our audience who doesn't know, what is best for gamers? I've been waiting to ask this question. I'm a journalist, by the way, just like you are. You've got more notoriety, of course. What do you gamers suppose you're entitled to? Help me out to this. I'm not defending Microsoft. I'm just curious as to what we're entitled to, because I'm a grown man. I work for a living, and I never sat and said, "Look, Microsoft, I want this, I want that. Give me free games. Give me this. Give me that. Give me." I never did that. Apple doesn't let you do it. Apple says, "Look, here's the iPhone. Here's the operating system. Here's our infrastructure that you're going to download, and you deal with it. Oh, and by the way, you can't trade anything off your iPhone to a device that's not proprietarily owned by us." So gamers, what exactly do you feel that you're entitled to, and what was Microsoft supposed to do? Were they not supposed to change their strategy? I'm curious. I have to know.
Their strategies to begin with were anti-consumer, man.
What was the anti-consumer strategy? Did they wanted to copy off of Steam?
Let me, first of all, before we get into that, let me explain to you the difference between Microsoft's DRM and Steam's DRM.
Okay.
Steam's DRM is a digital distribution platform.
Mm-hmm.
Digital games, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's DRM not only affected digital games, but the physical games you purchased as well. Right. They had full control over where you can play your game, who can play your game, where you can trade your game in, and how much value the game had.
Okay.
That's a physical copy. That's insane.
Right.
So you don't see the problem with the way they had it set up initially.
I wasn't privy to those facts about the physical copies, but 9 times out of 10, like, I've been in a GameStop maybe twice this year. I don't frequent GameStop. I don't like their policies. I don't like the fact that I buy a football game Tuesday for $60, and I bring it back there on Thursday, and they're giving me, I don't know what, a lesser trading value for. I'm getting
$10.
So if any kind of DRM was going to stop me from getting ripped off,
GameStop is not the only place you can trade in a game to get a good value. You can go to Best Buy, you can go to Walmart, you can sell it online, you can sell it to a friend, you can give it to a friend if you want to. All that would have not been possible with Microsoft's DRM.
Blackbuster, really quick question. Back to the 180 thing. What company hasn't made a 180 on their policy in the history of ever? What company has created policies and stuck to their guns throughout their company's tenure? What company has not made a 180?
Well, it's not the point. It's just that a 180. It's just that the whole functionality, the main function of the actual consoles and the way they're governed is what was changed. That's a big deal. That's a big difference.
But it's a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. So if they did not change their policies, would you guys be upset? If they would have stayed the way they was, would you guys still be pissed?
I'm not upset. I'm not upset that they changed their policies. They really had no choice, because otherwise they wouldn't have actually gotten any sales, possibly.
Because I don't see what's wrong with, okay, you know, it's a company, whether it's Microsoft or any company. It could be. Let's talk about Coca-Cola. Actually, let Coca-Cola. They say, you know what, we made a mistake. Let's fix this. I don't think those are companies getting shit for fixing their mistake.
Well, you shouldn't be drinking Coca-Cola to begin with.
I have one quick question. What does Coca-Cola have to do with video games exactly?
No, because he's speaking it off of a business standpoint.
Hey,
A business standpoint. Every
listen.
business makes
sorry.
like a mistake,
Yeah.
and it's all about crisis management. Something goes wrong, they got to respond to it. It's just that in this day and age, most people won't get the flack. I think Microsoft got more hit for the stuff that they were going to do and the changes that they made. So now a lot of people get on Xbox fans about the 180s and all the changes and stuff, like as if they didn't, they would have felt any better. And that's the reason why. So this stuff happens with companies all the time. It only matters in this industry because the whole market is just another ammunition to use against Xbox fanboys.
Get smooth.
I mean, just look.
Sorry.
I mean, let's just go through the list real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, you couldn't play your games offline. Initially, you couldn't trade your games in. Initially, you couldn't play anything without actually connected. Those three things right there are all insane.
But when the console launched, none of it happened. So people are upset about something that did not happen.
No one is upset, man. No one is upset. We're just talking about that. It shouldn't have been an issue to begin with.
And you know what, BBC, you're right. It should have been an issue. The message was delivered wrong. We discussed that, like I think, on our second or fourth podcast.
What message was delivered wrong?
People,
the message of Microsoft sticking their dick up your ass.
Man, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Wow.
What message was misconstrued here? Please explain.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm getting at. And you guys can flame me or whatever. And I've been talking about this for like the last 7 years now. That sooner or later, these little plastic discs that everybody is so in love with, not you guys. I don't know what you guys do in privacy of your own home, whether you buy digital or whether you buy physical. I've been saying for almost 8 years now, these little plastic discs are going to go away. I've been saying for a while now that I don't even PC game, but I have seen how Steam has, what they've done is a success over there.
May I interject on what you're saying?
What Apple, can I finish that? What Apple has done, Apple's an amazing company. Their shit over there is tightly controlled. I cannot blame Microsoft or any company for wanting to emulate some of those practices to tightly control your shit. Basically, the developers and Microsoft and Sony, they want GameStop the hell out of the picture. You can't blame them for that. Developers and these companies are losing revenue by GameStop being in existence. But they made some moves. The people didn't like the moves. They changed the moves, and still they're getting flack for it. They made 180. They made 180. They made 180.
Because they're fucking their consumers.
Go ahead.
Also, like, physical media is always going to have a place in the world, especially with gamers, because people hold value to things that they can hold into their hand. Just like why people collect, cassette tapes, vinyl discs, and all of that. People do the same thing with games. People like holding on, to items.
In all honesty, I believe that as soon as we stop getting screwed over on these digital games on the X1 and PS4 marketplace, when they're not $60 like their physical disc would be obsolete when a game is $40 on these consoles digital.
Well, I mean, like, what is it? When I bought my StarCraft, I went to GameStop and bought the boxes physically because I wanted the boxes, and it was basically a disc with a code on it, and I just put the code on it and download it from the site. But I like to have, something I can hold, something I can look at on my desk and be like, look, it's StarCraft.
Yeah, there are ways to make DRM, manageable. There's ways that you can actually relate it to the consumer to where they have a benefit from it. There's freedom that can go right along with DRM. You just got to do it right, which is how Steam has it. But that's not how Microsoft was advertising it. That's not how it worked either.
It just seems like people are never going to let it go.
Can you buy games for your friends on Xbox?
You can't harp on something that did not happen forever. It's time to move on from it.
Well, I'm not harping on it. I'm just saying you were saying it wasn't the same console as before. You brought that up, so we're just saying.
Speaking of we talked a little bit about Windows 10 and Xbox One DRM issues and whatnot. What do any of you guys expect to happen on Tuesday with this whole Windows 10 event? Phil Spencer's going to be there. The only business he has to be there is Xbox, obviously, but this is a Windows 10 event, and this is why a lot of people are putting two and two together, whether Windows 10, Xbox One, something's going to change, or how much is Windows 10 going to change Xbox One. But what are you guys expecting from the Windows event? Is it going to show, I don't know what to expect, but I am curious to hear what everybody else is.
Well, I'm not expecting anything, really. I'm not even...
I think the biggest thing that I can think of that we will see is, a lot of those mobile games that are on phones, you can play them on your Xbox. As far as, Phil Spencer talking about games, all I can see is, a lot of those games, that you can get, in the Windows market, you can play them on your Xbox.
You want to know what I think is going to happen? I think Phil Spencer is going to get up on stage and say a prepared speech and show things he's allowed to show and ask questions from people that won't ask anything too crazy and then just leave, because that's what happens at every event.
Wow, Sad. Do you even watch these events, or are you just going off?
Well, it's just like anything else. Like, I watch a lot of auto shows and press releases, and they do the same thing. They'll answer a bunch of safe questions. They'll say a prepared script. They'll show things they're allowed to show, and just get people hyped for something.
Well, game-wise, I don't think there's going to be much, people talking about games available on the Windows market, available for the Xbox One, and people even going as far as saying Steam appearing on the Xbox One. It's just a bunch of...
Still a possibility.
Oh my God.
Still a possibility. I was never one to publicly say that, but I am one of those ones in the background that actually has a slight belief that Steam can make its way to the Xbox One.
That would just kill Microsoft. So that would just kill them.
Why would Microsoft allow you to buy a game for their console where they get no money from it?
Who knows? Microsoft is a lot of smart people. They'll work out some sort of negotiation.
Also, realize this: if you can use Steam and play with people on Steam, you don't have to pay for Xbox Live anymore. You can just talk to all your friends on Steam.
I'm sorry, I just don't follow the logic behind even thinking that. What is the logic that goes along with that?
Who thought this up? Who came up with Steam on Xbox One?
It was from some sort of leaked document.
I got a begrudgingly agree.
Leaked document from a forum post from Twitter on the internet.
It was a cap that was captured, I think, with something with Steam and having correct me if I'm wrong if anybody remember this.
Games for Windows Live 2.0 now confirmed.
What?
Maybe they'll do that. They'll try to get Games for Windows Live to work again.
They had something about reserved for Xbox achievements or something like that in the coding. I don't know. So if whoever's watching, I'm pretty sure somebody in the comment section.
Or it could have been possibly a game that had Windows Live DRM inside of it that was sold on Steam.
I don't know if it's a possibility. We'll know sooner or later, but I mean, I won't rule that out. It sounds crazy to the guys over at on the PC side, but I don't know. I mean,
well, it is crazy because there's no benefit for Microsoft to do it, and there's no benefit for Valve to do it.
Hey, Microsoft is known for 180s. This could be one of the ones that you guys might like.
It's not just a 180. It's just that Microsoft wouldn't have anything to gain. In fact, they would lose profits.
It's just so ridiculous.
Funny, Sad?
I mean, do you know how many PC games Microsoft actually makes money from?
No, I don't.
17.
Good grief.
would you happen to name at least like 5 or like of those 17?
No sad kid.
Iron Brigade.
Let me open Steam real quick. There's only 17 games published by Microsoft on Steam, and those 17 games are the only ones they make profit from.
I know. Iron Brigade's one of them.
Yeah, and then there's Age of Empires.
Yeah. Also, Iron Brigade's a
something
shitty port.
something Light and Shadow or something like that. Let me look it up.
Hey, speaking of stupid things that won't happen, Kids, I know you've seen this a lot too. There are a lot of PC guys who believe that Tuesday is going to be the beginning of every single Xbox One game coming to PC.
What? Who said
Oh
that?
yeah.
What
Yeah.
you guys were saying this exactly?
Talking about dumb shit, that's not going to happen.
From what I've seen, they were talking about games published by Microsoft to be on PC. Franchises owned by Microsoft, like maybe Killer Instinct, possibly.
I don't want that. I want Forza. Give me that.
But that actually makes sense because Microsoft would actually make money that way.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have a reason to have a console. So then you lose money because you lose hardware sales.
Well, they're losing money on the Xbox One anyway, so you might as well sell games for a profit on PC.
I mean, these companies make minimal gain on the hardware sales. They make most off the software sales anyway. But I mean, why would you completely not be able to sell any more consoles?
Well, it's not like they're not going to sell anymore. I mean, if they keep dropping that price, I'm sure they'll sell just fine. Keep taking that loss.
I don't know what's going to happen or care to say, but the thing that does have me wondering is with the whole this whole one idea, one platform, Windows 10, mobile phones, Xbox One, and everything. It does. I don't want to say it worries me. It does. I can see where games can be like either whether it be streamed or accessible from both either your Xbox on your computer and on your phone. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that could mean possibility games that you have on your Xbox One that are on Xbox One is playable only through probably like the Xbox One app, which I guess what they'll probably require you to have Xbox Live to do. Maybe I don't know.
I was really hoping for remote play, like how the Vita does the PS4. If I can have my Windows tablet use remote play with the Xbox One, I think that would be pretty cool.
I can't play games on a cell phone or a tablet.
No, I've always wanted to
You
play
have to
Xbox
get a
One on my
controller
PC.
for that, right?
Wait, say that again?
I didn't hear what he
You
said.
have to get a controller for that, right?
For
For
remote
like your
play.
tablet.
Yeah, because I can't imagine playing on a touchscreen. I don't think it would work just touching the pad.
Maybe Halo Wars would work better on the touchpad.
That'll be select games, indie games, and RTSs, which there aren't many.
Well, a remote play with Windows tablets or Windows phones through the Xbox app, I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool, but the thing is, they don't have a device where you could, where it would be actually feasible. Like, because Xbox doesn't have like a Xbox Mobile or anything like that. So, like, I can't imagine playing, for example, Halo on my iPhone or Halo on my the Samsung Galaxy or something like that. It's just using the Xbox Smart Glass. I don't know how it would work without some sort of extra peripheral that you would have to have hooked up.
There is still time in this football game. Unbelievable.
So
There's
kids,
40 seconds.
Kids move. Since
Hey, what's
we're on
up?
the subject of Xbox, those MPD numbers that everyone is so enamored with came
Yay!
through in November and December. Xbox One, November and December. I think here in North America, and almost immediately after the price went back up, they raised the price. They lowered the price back down to $349, I think it is. What's everybody's thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
They saw them sales dipping, so they cut the price, right back to where it was, which made sense.
Yeah, gotta get them sales.
Xbox wins again. They won November. They won December. Can they do it again in January?
Well, they didn't really win those months. They only won in North America.
Well,
You
like,
look at all the charts.
Well, look
I
at.
know they won worldwide like for. I know
The
they won
MPDs
Europe
only
and
count like North
for like
America.
1 week. Huh?
The MPDs only really count North America, so that's the only thing we really got based off of. Like until
Wow.
somebody can show me. I'm not saying I'm not discounting what
Well,
they.
I'm saying
what
like you could look at the
sold
VG
worldwide.
charts and everything else.
Yeah, but me
how
personally,
far
I don't
ahead.
look at. I can't look at VG charts only because I told myself I would never look at VG charts because I've seen too many errors.
That's
where they
because
had
it's not in
hits.
your favor. You don't look at VG charts like
No,
that.
no,
man,
because actually, that's actually correct. That's actually correct. VG chart's been in my favor actually a couple times, and I
It's
still
just like, you know,
because
that whole
well,
digital
listen.
foundry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
When,
don't do
V,
that
when
unless
VG
it's in
charts
y'all
was
favor.
in my
It's
favor,
move on the run.
no, I'm not running. When VG charts was in my favor, I pointed out. I was like, they're wrong with these numbers. These numbers don't make sense. They had
Well,
when they had
regardless.
Xbox winning right on the VG charts, they had the wrong numbers up. They had what Xbox did for the whole month of November. For the whole week.
Doesn't matter. Numbers were higher for the PS4.
No, shut up, Sad. Damn. Like they had the numbers
PS4 numbers were still higher.
Fuck talk, man. Shit.
The numbers that they had were for 1 weekend. They were off on everybody's numbers, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. That's why I don't follow VG charts.
But
I don't.
The PS4 is still ahead.
With it. What the? All right.
Numbers never lie. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever, dude. You got another date coming up? Damn, you over?
Yeah, you be winning. You know what? I'm gonna make sure like I have my date the day before this podcast just to piss you off.
Hey, get it on film.
Yes.
Videotape it.
All right, so
I'll videotape it.
let me freaking finish before I freaking lose it. All right, so what the heck was I saying?
You were talking about VG charts and how the numbers are wrong.
Yeah, because they don't like Microsoft apparently.
Had too many errors for me to trust them. So whether they're in my favor, which is I don't have a favor.
I have another
they
question.
don't do me any favor. All they do is
not
report numbers. It's not.
You also don't trust Digital Foundry too, right? Because they're obviously biased, even though they don't say anything.
Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry has made mistakes.
Like what?
In the past with their
Please explain.
Videos. Let's see. There was one where they had. No, Digital Foundry did have like a false vid up though.
What false video?
I don't know. Somebody help me out. But there was a false video. I remember it, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell is going on?" But there was a false video. I forgot which game it was. I literally forgot.
Well,
which
then
game
you should be able to go to Google and find it easily, huh?
All right.
Yeah, seriously.
Probably.
Hold on. If Microsoft, was winning worldwide, they would tell you. It's just like last month.
Yeah, nobody said they were winning worldwide.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, just because they won in North America,
you're talking about
doesn't mean nothing.
You're talking about like winning the November and December months. They won 1 week in Europe, and they lose every other market except for North America. They won North America for December and November, and 1 week in Europe. After that, the PS4 just destroys it in sales because
but Sad,
that's
you
the
couldn't
system
tell me
that people
exactly.
want.
Tell me how much they sold in freaking Europe or Ghana.
Does it?
Tell me. Do you have a chart available to you?
I'm pretty sure
No, you
people
don't.
there are probably playing.
You
PC.
don't. You don't know what they sold. You have to rely like everybody else on VG charts. But the thing is, what people don't realize, VG charts aren't even exact numbers.
I'm just curious. Why does Uganda matter though? Like what is this?
Because everybody is screaming worldwide, and
worldwide. Okay.
Jump on what the
you're
big
pulling
homie
like
says.
some little thing out and making that important.
Oh my god, Sad. Actually, what does sales matter to you? You tell me. You say left and right of how much you don't care about consoles and stuff.
I
like
don't
that.
care about sales,
but then next day you know that this thing sold this much. Like I don't
care about sales.
When Sony comes out and has their total sales worldwide, that's pretty concrete.
Yeah, pretty much.
And when Phil Spencer and other people from Microsoft congratulate Sony on their success, that's pretty concrete.
Yeah, it's concrete, but here's the problem is nobody actually said the Xbox One worldwide or the PS4 isn't selling worldwide. I said Xbox One November and December NPDs. And somebody
Xbox
said North
guys
America.
need to like ask yourselves, would this be something Phil Spencer would say?
What the hell? Like I said they want, and the MPDs, we all know, records North America. So somebody wanted to make that clear. Oh, it's North America. Duh, we know that shit. Like nobody is discounting or saying that the PS4 didn't do what the Xbox that was selling them everywhere. It's MPDs, North America. I know that. But people be like, oh, but they're losing everywhere else. But isn't North America like 70% of the market?
Okay.
I think what he's trying to say is that the NPD doesn't really matter because it's not the full scale of things. It's like bragging that you're the fastest kid in school, but you won't get your ass on a track team to go compete against other schools.
Okay, all right. What about, all right, let's check this. Let's check this, right? In the country, right, let's say PS4 outsells
Everybody still there?
Xbox in India,
Sure.
but PS4 sells 100 consoles in India and Xbox sells 64. Is that really a big deal?
But you want to know what's so funny, Kid
Bragging
Smooth?
about
It's a
that.
region.
Some of
They
these-
want it.
Well, for Sony of India, yeah.
Kid,
That's exactly how it is. That's how little the numbers are. They don't sell like they're not selling
Smooth.
millions in
Kid
these
Smooth.
regions. They're like selling like hundreds and thousands.
Kid Smooth. But what's
Well,
so
if
funny?
Wait. If countries like that are such a small deal, then how come all the Xbox fans were talking about the territories that the
I was just
Xbox
about to
One-
say that.
Yeah,
I was just
see?
about to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because it was they were using that because it was an argument. It was true. Yeah, the PlayStation 4 was in more territories than the Xbox was.
But it don't matter
Yeah,
because
but 100 sales, right, in
Right.
India.
Yeah,
don't
dude,
matter.
you're making an example. That's one example, but
Why 100
obviously
sales
at
in
the
India? You
end
make
of
it
the day, it
seem
would
like
add up.
India's a third world country.
Just
or
wait
something.
till the Xbox gets in Denmark. Boy, on howdy.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, when the Xbox One launches in Madagascar, it's all done for PlayStation fags. Sony
So
pony
my
beware.
question. So Blackbuster, I mean, you study
sir.
business. You've been in gaming for a while. You follow these movements. You think that was a good strategy for Microsoft to lower that price and make their pricing, more aggressive? Was that a smart strategy or was it desperate?
It's just strategy, just business strategy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some individuals would call
I mean,
it
yeah.
desperation, but when your platform is not selling the way you want it to, you just lower the price.
Mm-hmm.
While they may take a hit
There you
on
go.
the console sales, they have a whole lot of
Right.
more potential sales to make with games and accessories.
I mean, but they don't even have no games coming out this year until the holiday
I
2015.
think
So
taking off the Kinect was like a big thing too.
Connect used
There's
to be a
games
big
coming
thing.
out.
there's no games coming out. It's just indie games coming out, and Xbox don't count indie games. Remember 2014? So
Are-
they don't have any games.
Hold on,
until-
you said Xbox don't count indie games, or just some people?
Xbox don't count indie games. I mean, that was
Xbox doesn't count
We do-
indie games,
no.
like as in Microsoft
do
don't
now.
count indie games, or just some people don't count.
I
indie
mean, of
games?
course y'all count indie games now because that's all y'all have.
I mean, I
Basically
got
into the holiday
indie
2015.
game hate was pretty real last year. It was
Thank
pretty
you.
real.
Now it's fine. Oh,
You
Indie
know.
and the Blind Forest.
I love my indie game.
Y'all, hold on. Y'all even got a remastered indie coming out. A fucking remastered indie.
Can I answer that question?
The State of Decay.
Can I answer that question? A lot of you guys are breaking up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can.
We can hear you.
Loud and clear.
There's a lot. There's some people like myself who bashed you Sony guys about indies, and
Why?
I wasn't feeling them. But there are some indies that have changed my mind. There's an indie coming out for PlayStation called Children of Tomorrow that looks like, it looks like it's Legos come to life. I mean, there's brilliant stuff coming out like that. Stuff like Ori and the Blind Forest. Stuff like iDarb that's insanely fun. That's been changing my mind.
Wow.
So yeah, people are changing their tune.
Of
about
course.
indies.
Here's the thing. It's
Because
That's
a,
all
it
you
happens.
have.
no. Here's my tune. never
Did
changed.
you have an Xbox 360 last gen?
Oh, of course I did. And that's all I had. I had
I'm like-
my backlog of indies. I wish I can carry them things over because the indies on there was like tremendous. And here's the thing. I never had an issue with indies. My thing was, indies are garbage. My problem was when when I was looking at the PlayStation's lineup and all the games that everybody was talking about, it wasn't these big AAAs that's taking advantage of the all this power that everybody was boasting. Oh, my PS4 is more powerful than your Xbox, and the only games they could show me was games like Flower and Resogun and stuff like that. I'm like, I was like, okay. So the thing is, like, PS4 has to me had no games. All they had was indies. It wasn't saying that indies are whack. We hate indies. It's just that to me the Xbox platform had better offering on like for AAAs, whereas PS4 had a lot of. They were filling up quickly with just indies. And the thing is,
Why does it matter if it's an indie game?
Listen.
No, I'm asking you. Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but the problem is quality matters. And what happens is.
But how is an indie game not quality?
Let me get my sentence. Let me complete. Let me get the period. Let me get to the period of my sentence and my commas and whatnot. Like, damn, you got me giving us and stuttering and whatnot. All right, here's the problem. For every great indie you get like 7 bad ones. And because ever since when Microsoft stopped saying,
So play the good ones.
That's pretty. That's
when
pretty generous,
Microsoft
though.
said, all right, we're gonna stop doing we're gonna stop having you make games on like the X and A's and stuff like that. When and then Sony said, oh, we allow that, bring them over here. They got flooded with games. Not every indie game you're gonna get is gonna be great. You'll get some good ones, and then you'll get some bad ones.
The reason why they lost the indie support was because they were fucking indies over.
I don't think that they were messing indies over. I think it's because they're.
So how are you going to tell me that when actual indie developers said that they were dissatisfied with Microsoft support?
Yeah, they were dissatisfied, but for a lot of them felt betrayed because of the stuff that they were able to make their games with on the Xbox 360.
Did you even see where they stuck indie games on the marketplace? They stuck them in like the back corner of relevancy on the Xbox 360 marketplace. Like, if you wanted to find indies, you had to like go through like 2 different submenus to get to them.
No,
like,
there was an indie category.
Yeah.
Or arcade.
Behind submenus.
Which the Xbox One gonna have plenty of them this year.
In the past, Kid Smooth, Microsoft has been a little bit tough about publishing indies. Now they've lightened up a little bit with ID at Xbox, which is a fantastic program. They're letting these indie developers self-publish. So that's a thing where they saw what somebody else was doing, listened and learned. This is what happens, man. You change and adapt. You change and adapt. If you want to stay in business.
But they had a good system on Xbox 360. Why did they change that to fuck them over?
You found indies only on.
Is that Blackbuster Critic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackbuster. A lot of those indies that were on the 360, they were terrible. They were terrible. I don't know if you guys remember back that far, but those indies were horrible.
Yo, man, you ever play that Avatar RPG, yo?
Come on.
No, Avatar basketball was the shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, man, Avatar Squirt Guns, great indie game.
No, but my favorite indie, honestly, was Cloning Clyde. That was one of my
Cloning Clyde, yeah.
Well, it's just funny listening to the Xbox community with these YouTube channels talking about indies. Oh, Ori and Scream Ride and State of Decay, but just last year y'all was trashing indies. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why all the indie hate when on the Xbox 360 there was like a ton of great indie games, and you shouldn't need indies this gen to convince you to play indies. Like last gen we had what? We had Limbo, we had Trials, we had Braid. Like, did you just miss out on all these games? You had Mark of the Ninja.
No, we didn't. Those games you mentioned were fantastic. And
Geometry Wars.
And they were amazing. But
name one bad indie. Hold on. So name one bad
Shadow
indie.
Complex.
Name one bad indie on the PS4.
Shadow Complex was made by
had
Epic,
so many
wasn't
bad indie
I
games.
forgot about Shadow Complex. That was badass.
That was not an indie game. That was made by Epic.
Oh yeah, that was Epic.
Epic. That's right.
But there are Xbox people who are like, oh man, my favorite indie on Xbox 360 was Shadow Complex. It was so good.
Oh, there's Fez.
Oh yeah.
Res HD.
But what games they got coming out far as AAA games like before holiday 2015?
Yo, big homie, I swear you ask this question every podcast.
Because no one can ever answer it for me, so I just need like a
maybe Phil Spencer.
If they don't like what the answer is going to be, maybe they won't answer your question. That's why they avoid it. Because they don't like the truth.
I don't know. I really don't know.
What's
We'll find
wait
out
wait
in
what,
January and find out again in March. But you guys, you
what's
you
the truth?
you guys, the PlayStation will be doing a damn thing for the first part of the year with the order. If it's as good as I'm hoping it will be, and then Bloodborne looks alright. But after that, what is there?
MLB
There
the
are people
show.
that are getting hyped
Come
up
on,
for
man! You don't even play
Bloodborne.
baseball. Get out of here with
Isn't
that.
Uncharted 4 coming out this year?
You got until
In the fall, yeah.
No, we're not talking about the holiday. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Y'all,
quite sure
y'all
they're
are
gonna have more
y'all are
than
tripping hard. There's only one game that's gonna matter in 2015.
And what is that?
A multi-plat.
Metal Gear
What's that,
Solid
Sad?
5 when it comes out. That's the only game that's gonna
Oh,
matter.
good
What?
grief.
Only game that'll matter.
What game
Who's
was that?
breathing? I mean, it's okay to breathe. We know you're alive, but who was breathing like that?
I think that was
All right,
It's sad.
no me.
Someone's got their mic in their mouth.
But all right, you play indies, big homie. What's the best indie available on the PS4?
I don't fuck with indies. I mean, I played
Oh.
a couple of them, but I don't like indies. You know what I mean? I never did.
Oh, okay.
The indie hate is real.
In Blackbuster Critic, when you gonna finally step in and pick up one of these next generation consoles now that they're cheap?
When they offer something that I see fit to buy.
Like what?
I think I might pick up a PS4 for Uncharted 4. I'm still not sure. We'll have to see. I like consoles mainly for RPGs though, so I'm waiting for some RPGs. For now, I picked up a PS3 and I'm playing Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. Are you looking forward to the next one?
Oh yeah.
I want another Legend of Dragoon.
Oh my God.
I've been playing that on my PS1 emulator for like the last 3 days.
That game was amazing.
Sad, when are you going to get a next generation console?
He's not.
Um,
Plays are like
You're
20
pretty
years.
vocal.
I mean, like I was looking at the Xbox One because I like Forza Horizon 2, but it just doesn't really have enough cars for me.
How many cars do you have?
I well,
Yo,
it didn't have a Ferrari Testarossa. It didn't have like when I want a car game, I want like a million cars in it. Like
guess what? Sad.
Forza 5
You
has
wanna hear
a lot of
something
cars,
funny?
but I can't run around with them.
In my garage in Forza Horizon 2, I got more cars in my garage in Forza Horizon 2 than Drive Club has a whole car roster.
That's wonderful, but there's
Yeah, like-
but it's still missing cars. It's still missing cars that I want to drive.
Sad wants like Gran Turismo 4 that had 18 different Mazda Miatas. That's what he wants.
Yes, give me that. Please.
15 different Ford Escorts.
Give me
That's what he wants.
give me all different variations of all the different cars. I mean, there's another game that I really like.
makes
I
no
really
sense.
I really like Sunset Overdrive. I would like to play
That's a
that
good game. That's a good game.
But like other than that, like
Gonna
there's
be
no real.
disappointed.
But I mean, like other than those two games, there's nothing really that. Can I
I
finish?
heard it was really easy.
Let him.
Can I just finish like what I want to say? Like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like other than that, there's no game exclusive to the console that I have to have and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a console and play these games because like I don't know, like for the last 2 years, games have been pretty weak.
Wow.
So you're just still gonna play like StarCraft and
Well, StarCraft is a competitive game. Counter-Strike Go is a competitive game that's very relevant. So yes, I will play those games.
And Legend of Dragoon.
And Legend of Dragoon in 1080p.
Which I'm going to start downloading right now.
Good choice.
All right, so another thing I want to talk about, and this is starting to it has been going on for a while, and I talked to a few people about this. Is this DLC stuff is they trying to rock us. Evolve, they got this DLC. It's like this DLC pack's $25 for I think one monster and some character skins, but it's $25. And they said by buying that they save you money.
Microsoft started that shit, man.
One monster.
He
one
said
monster is
Microsoft. Oh my God.
Microsoft started that DLC shit, man.
Wow, you get to pay $25 to have a monster? Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so
Saving money there. Good value.
yeah, so it's $25 for their. I think that's. I don't know if it's like a season pass, but I think the thing about these the DLC and these season passes. I feel like they're starting to cost more, and we're starting to get less for them. I feel like I think there's only been one season pass that I bought this generation so far that I said, okay, added a lot more content to the game. It made me extend me playing longer. That was Forza Horizon 2 because they gave you a bunch of new cars and they gave you a whole new freaking island to do 100 more races in to add to the campaign and whatnot. But after this, I'm sick and tired of getting skins and freaking 5-minute additional storyline. You know,
Well, then get off that console.
Yeah, stop buying garbage.
Well, it's not the console so much. I mean, you gamers
Well,
you
it's
gamers
the
are very.
industry. It's the
you-
people. If the people keep buying it and people
Yeah.
make money off of it, they're gonna keep doing it and they're gonna keep making it.
Yeah, they getting ridiculous with
So,
that
like,
shit now.
I
Any
don't like
game
saying
that's
it, but
gonna
it's your
have like a
fault.
season pass, I always buy it on PC because I can get it real cheap.
I mean, gamers are vocal about resolution and frame rate and everything else. Be vocal about DLC. Like, to me, the only DLC that was really worth anything was back in 2009. Rockstar Games came out with The Ballad of Gay Tony, and I think it was an expansion for Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
4 with a biker gang, The Lost and the Damned.
Well, it was a
Those-
whole new game.
Exactly.
That's what
Yeah.
DLC should be.
Yeah, like some similar what Infamous did with the First Light. That deal, that's like a
There you
completely
go.
different game. You know what I mean? With all that fucking extra shit, extra weapons and shit. Hell no.
I just get it on PC. Like I got Borderlands 2 when it first released for like $25 plus the season pass. It's a pretty damn good deal.
it is, but
For Lost and Damned?
But you made a comment earlier, BBC, about like you said Microsoft would make more money if they put publish some games on PC, but at the rate that you be getting that you and Sad be getting your games, sometimes I don't see how it's profitable on anyone.
If a game is good, people will buy it, like Valkyria Chronicles.
Well, the reason why it's profitable is because on PC, where it's primarily a digital market, your overhead for actually distributing that game is very, very small. So even if you sell a game for like $5, you still make a huge profit.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I gotta talk to a few of these guys because I mean I suppose I don't know what their deals are. At least with some of these indie guys that when they develop a game they set the price that they want of what their profit is since they don't have to worry about it's just digital that they're doing. So I don't know. I'm like I just don't see how you can sell a game for $5 and it still come up somewhat big off of it. Like I mean I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I
I was
understand why
only
they do
gonna
it for consoles first and then put it on PC and then milk off that because
I mean, just look at it. When you sell a game, like a physical game, for like $59.99 at like Walmart, Walmart has to get their share. Your publisher gets their share. You have to pay to get the disc made, get the
Yep.
case made, get everything printed out, shipping it to every place it needs to go to. All that goes into that $60 price, and by the time you get your money as a developer, you've only gotten like $6 to $8 from that. But on the PC though, when you sell a game for like $49.99, you get around like $35 in profit.
Damn. Well, I get all my games for $47.99, so I'm good with that.
was that Best Buy Pass or something like that?
Yep.
I can just go on a third-party site and get a key for $30 before the game even comes out.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Or steal it. You know how
Yeah.
sad it works.
I've never torrented a game.
Well, I
yeah.
know like a lot of people with the Xbox 360 last gen, they pirate plenty of
JPEG.
games. And I'm not mad
Bandwave
at them.
2009, Modern
not
Warfare
mad at
2.
'em.
Where were you guys when this happened?
I pirated a few games last gen, but I ended up not playing them anyway.
I've never stole a game.
Yeah, okay.
I never, because I didn't have a modded Xbox. I mean, have I still? No, nope, I haven't. Nope, I haven't stole a game.
The original piracy was you stealing games from the other person at school from their
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
I stole your Pokemon Gold. It's mine now.
Wish a motherfucker would.
It's
No,
real about that Pokemon.
This wasn't considered stealing, but I did remember this happening to me. I bought a used PS2, and it had when I turned it on and opened the disk drive to put one of the games that I bought with it in, NBA Live 2004 2003 was in the disk drive. So
That was a bonus.
it was a bonus. I was like, yeah, okay, that's what NBA Live was really
You
good.
should have returned it. You should have done the honest thing, young man.
Yeah. You know, you should
No,
have
I bought it back. I bought it back. Yeah,
No,
I
you
bought it
should've-
back to
you
get
should've
the new
returned it.
SmackDown. I traded it in.
Yeah, see, you gave it back. You traded it in for money.
Kid Smooth, but
Go ahead.
are there any questions on Twitter for Blackbuster Critic or even sad?
Yeah, actually, there was a question for BBC somewhere. He was asking, because I'm pretty sure he's seen that video, about why is Nintendo releasing a new 3DS? Why is there a need for a new 3DS?
Shit, I don't know.
BBC, you're the expert now. Damn it, you have to know.
Fucking tweet those Nintendo dudes. I don't know.
Yeah, ask Reggie. He'll know. He'll tell you.
Ask Reggie.
Alright, my body is ready, Mr. That
Nintendo is in the business of making money. That's the answer. That's as good as answer as we can give you.
Nintendo is starting to look really good until now.
They got some catching up to do. They got some evolving to do.
And aren't they about to put out a new console next year?
It's rumored.
Is it gonna be like a true next gen console, or is it gonna be something that's gonna compete with the consoles we have now?
It better have native 4K support. That's all I'm saying.
No, it won't have that.
Forget the game, as long as it has 4K support, right?
It better be playing games in 4K if this is next gen.
No, I doubt it. It's gonna be a console that barely competes with the PS4 and Xbox One.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they
just a
need to
waste
stop
of time.
doing that. That's what they've been doing the last 2 generations, and look where it's gotten them.
A waste of
They
time
need to
and
come
money.
out with something that.
If they make a GameCube 2, I get it. A GameCube 2.
No, they need to make another fucking N64 that actually doesn't suck.
They need to drop the word "we."
Whoa.
Darian, what's up?
No.
Why get quiet?
Someone joined.
Come in and start taking shots.
Oh, what's up, Darian?
You better take a shot at somebody.
I expect him to come in and take a shot.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Dude, I hear a countdown.
Yeah.
What the hell is that noise?
What is that?
It's launching a nuclear warhead at Sony or something.
Okay. Well, anyway, E-Rock, what were you about to say?
No, I was just wondering who was that came on, and we're having a lot of technical difficulties tonight, of all nights.
All night.
Just joined us.
No, it's Darian. I don't know if he can hear us or whatnot, but I'll mute him until he's ready.
Hey, what's happening?
There you go. What are you speaking through? You sound like you're speaking from like a soda tube.
Right now?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm speaking through a normal mic right now. What's up?
Okay, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say, what up, virgins? How y'all doing in this podcast? All I hear,
Virgins.
all
He
I
come
hear
in
is
taking shots.
bullshit.
He come in
Yeah.
taking shots.
I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I gotta come in here taking shots because some of y'all, man, I don't think y'all ever get pussy in y'all life. Y'all motherfuckers be talking some bullshit the whole time. But yeah, man, nah, what's up though? I was just checking out the podcast. You know, shout out to y'all, man. The one and only. And Sad, I need you to shut the fuck up in this podcast, motherfucker. You be over talking niggas in this podcast, nigga. I swear to God, like, shut the fuck up. Let these niggas run their podcast. Your
Why
ass
don't you
over
shut up?
talking people. Listen, nigga,
You should
I
stop
don't need to
talking.
shut up. Nigga, why you have a voice so soft, nigga? You sound pussy. Stop it.
Oh shit.
That's a shot king, man.
Oh,
He cut man
He
taking
doesn't
man.
shots.
Hey, hey, it is what it is. He had to mute me. Little pussy. He can't
Okay.
be soft. But anyway, man, nah, man, we good, man. I just, he getting mad because he getting called pussy. That's why he keep muting me. But
It hurts my feelings so much.
it does. That's why you muting me. You getting all up in your feelings because
How am I
I
muting
said
you?
something about you, huh?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Weirdo.
Whatever.
flag on the play.
I
Flag
don't
on
know
the
what
play.
this really matters.
Anyway, let's yeah, nah, man. Shout out to Kids Move, man. I see your Patriots won, bro.
Oh yeah,
Patriots.
yeah. Going back to
They winning. Oh, is it shot taking time? Cause I don't know what's going on.
Darian.
Save it for Wednesday, bruh. Save it for Wednesday.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm sorry.
we really
My
take too
bad.
many no shots here.
You know, Sam, he gonna get a shot on Wednesday for sure.
About what?
Nah, he don't need no shots.
Darian,
Nobody knows who he is, so it don't
Darian,
matter. He only on
Darian.
this podcast.
Darian,
I could be Don Matrick for all you know.
You can invite Sad Man Dan to your shots episode and have him take a few shots. I'm pretty sure he has a
because
few words.
on my podcast, we don't have motherfuckers talking like him.
Then again, nobody
On my
watches your podcast, so maybe that's why.
I mean, obviously
Oh,
they
he took
do.
a shot. Oh my god.
Oh,
Obviously they do, but nobody knows who you are. Period. You first showed up on this podcast. Everybody's like, "Who is that weirdo? Like, who is this weirdo over talking niggas?" We didn't know who you were. Period.
I want to know who you are. Apparently, people know who you are. I don't even know who you are.
Are you speaking through a wheelchair, my nigga? That's what it sounds like to me. Shit, nigga writing and typing and shit, trying to get his words out. He can't come up and sit fast. What's
What?
going on with you, boy? You typing?
Right.
You typing to the computer?
Wednesdays, man.
My bad. I didn't mean to come on here and make fun of the dude, man. But he need to shut up, man. Let y'all talk, cause all he do is overtalk y'all. He being a little pussy bitch. Hey, he mad. He mad.
All right.
But
So hold on, let me say something, Darian. I know you're muted right now, but thank you for stopping by. This is honestly one of the more all-time awkward moments.
Like, brought the whole thing.
Nah, I didn't know. Hey, yo, real shit though. Like, my boy Rise, man. He said, bro, you gotta get in this podcast.
Yo,
I was like,
hey,
man,
this is nothing but shots right now. This is nothing but shots right now. Let's take this.
Xbox mute.
Game, Joe.
Thank you for bye. This is honestly A quick question, because hold on, because we're closing in on time. No, we are closing in on time, but
Hey, yo,
what's up? What's up? What's going on?
my boy Rise, man. He said, bro, you gotta get in this
What
podcast.
Man, I came in here to I came in to tame you.
The same here, Darian. All right.
Who you came here to tame?
Quick question, because hold on,
Show is falling apart.
we're closing in on time. No, we are closing in on time, but it's so delayed. All right, so hold on, because it's getting the podcast is starting to like get all like jumbled up with like sound, because I can't hear anybody unless I'm the only one talking right now, which rarely happens.
We can hear you right now.
Okay.
You are.
All right. Okay. So one, we are closing in on time, and I honestly forgot what the heck what we were talking about.
We covered a broad range of subjects about 1080p again, about Nintendo's next console, about how Nintendo's messing up with this new power adapter.
Our horrible remasters.
Wait, you said power adapter? There is no power adapter.
Yeah, it's not getting a power adapter. Yeah, so good luck with that. There was let me see if it. Do want to take some questions for those who are watching. Please, if you have any questions for us or about any of the subjects that we talked about, please ask now. I will be ending this podcast fairly shortly. Because I need to celebrate the Patriots winning. I'm going to do that by having a drink and eating some snacks. That's what's up. We're going back to the Super Bowl.
They're going to get that ass whoop in the Super Bowl.
We got Patriots winning. Seahawks 24. Remember that. Patriots 27, Seahawks 24.
Dude, did you see that game today, dog? Like,
Yeah, Seahawks is rough.
that's the best fucking team in the NFL, dog, for real.
Alright, somebody said the Xbox
Who's using that Windows
relevant
95
outside
soundboard?
of the North America and the UK. Okay. And alright, what is up with the weird sounds?
Yeah, we need those sound
Like
effects
we
for our
Windows
show.
95 now.
Man.
Anyway, I'm kind of like really completely off right now, but
What was that?
anybody else
Hold on.
You know what? I want to see the numbers. I don't believe it. Something don't sound
Kid,
right.
repeat that question about Xbox.
No, so Jay Long in the comments said the Xbox isn't relevant outside of North America and the UK.
Wow.
I mean, there's some factual, what he's saying, but at the same time, like if you look at it this way, think about it like this. Now, the Xbox really, the only country that it really sells the most in every time is the U.S. It's homeland. So there's factual. That's just like saying, PlayStation's only, kind of like they're the only
It sells everywhere.
It sells everywhere. It's global. Period. It's the truth. But they sell more in North America and Europe.
At a discount.
Well, better to sell at a discount than not to sell at all.
I mean, yeah, shit. It's selling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit. To me, I don't know why the fuck y'all even care about the sales numbers like that. Like, it don't matter about that shit. Like, to be honest with you,
Sales only matter when you're winning.
Okay. No shit that I'm talking about. But no, what it is like sales really don't unless unless you're talking about sales for a console, as far as something that needs to sell as far as multiplats go. Mm-hmm. So yeah, sales do matter to get other platform for every platform to work. Damn, I'm jumbling with my words, but
I thought you said sales didn't matter though.
They matter to a point. They don't matter. It doesn't matter to what you say it matters for. Like as far as
pretty much, it just shows where the market is, and the market says
exactly.
PS4.
And that's where it is. But at the same time, you guys gotta look at it like this: like it's not the end all be all about a console, because developers do look at sales and they want to put their game on a platform that's selling well. Period. So you gotta look at it that way.
Well, it's selling well, and the multi-platform games are selling most on PS4.
Yeah, because it has more consoles sold.
Yeah,
if you, if you want to do the ratio on it, like let's say how many it's selling more if you talk about the ratios on the Xbox One. Like it'll be like 2 million sold on PlayStation, and it'll be like 1.8 million sold on Xbox. Why is that? If PlayStation sold more.
I can't really give you a reason when you're making up numbers off of your top of your head.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying though. That's basically, I'm giving you a point, a period, like a point.
What's that based off of though?
It's not based off of anything. It's a number that's going off in my head.
It's something you made up.
But we are. We are.
Damn, you dumb motherfucker! Come on. I just said it. You dumb bitch.
We are getting to
Someone's
a point.
mad.
We are getting to a point where install base matters, but developers are now saying, "Look, man, the hell with the install base. Give me the money." Look at the developer of Tomb Raider. They just said, "Look, we'll put this game on your console exclusively for a timed exclusive, whatever. Just give us the money." So, I mean, things are changing.
It'll probably
man.
still sell more when it comes to PS4.
That remain. We'll have to see. That remains to be seen.
Hey, I want to hear from Fame on this one. Fame, you still there, bro?
Yeah, man. You know, I try to sift through all the bullshit out here, and I go to type some shit out, and some more bullshit gets said, so I just say fuck it.
What you think?
You must have been thinking the same thing I get thinking. Like, sad don't get no pussy.
As far as software sales on these consoles, with the PS4 having so many consoles out there should be a lot more software sales than what they are. Like Darren was saying, as far as the ratio goes. Now, before Sandman doesn't know where you get those numbers from, it's a hypothetical. These numbers come out as a hypothetical number. If the PS4 has so many more consoles out there, they should be able to sell a lot more.
Damage control is real today.
The Xbox.
He's damage controlling a hypothetical.
It is a hypothetical. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It is a hypothetical. Right now, with the numbers right now, as far as they are, PlayStation's winning. Period. What more do you want us to say? Like, what do you want us more to say? Like, really, seriously, what more do you want us to say?
I want to say, what VG Charts or whatever is saying that the order is #1 in pre-orders, 170,000 plus, with an install base of 18 point something million. I know that just the pre-orders, but an install base of 18 something million, but you only have 170,000 pre-orders of your most hyped game of 2014. That makes no sense.
Well, who are you to say what should be the amount of pre-orders a game should get?
Who are you to say?
I say whoever wants to pre-order will pre-order it. That's what I say. I don't really care how many people do it.
But for it to be your most hyped game, you should have more pre-orders than that, period. Especially with an install base of 18 million.
Why?
Look at something like Titanfall. How many pre-orders did that start off with? With a lower one. I bet you it was more than the order.
I don't know. I don't follow shit games.
Wow, Titanfall was shit.
Yes, that game was shit.
Oh, come on. Titanfall was good for like 30 minutes.
Okay, I agree on that. Titanfall wasn't as good as the game that it's supposed to be because it didn't come with any content in the game as far.
So
as
now that we've established that, you can understand why people wouldn't pre-order a game because it's been a recurring issue of games not being what they're supposed to be.
Well, you can say that with any games, can't you? Couldn't you say that with something
Actually,
like,
I believe Titanfall was the only hype game that.
Couldn't you say that about Assassin's Creed? Like, people pre-ordered that game and it came out to be trash. But you can say that about any game. It's not just Titanfall, is it?
Yes, but a game like Assassin's Creed is already an established series. It is already an established franchise. So people already know what to expect, which is why I don't think a lot of people expected it to be as shitty as it was.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fair point. That's a fair point.
I
Well,
don't
that's
even
what
get the
I do.
argument anymore.
That's a fair point. No, I'm like, to be honest with you, like these games this year have been mediocre to me anyway at best. Period.
Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for something to really come out that's going to make me buy the consoles. I might have to wait
You're not the
until
only one.
some. It's just I don't know. I mean, I'm the kind of gamer that likes to have every platform, but they're just not making me get one.
What game do you play like that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What genre of game do you play?
I
Like
like
your favorite
shooters,
genre?
but I don't like just like Call of Duty. I like like Halo, Resistance, those type of shooters.
So you want to get it for so you want to get it, like, to me personally, this is my personal opinion. PlayStation's they kind of lack in the shooter area, but they have a variety of games. But when it comes to Xbox, it has all the shooters that you want. So when I look at something like, if you're trying to play, like you said, Titanfall was trash, but if you play Titanfall right now, or if you first played Titanfall and your first time playing Titanfall was today, to me it has more content. Still, to me, it needs more guns and shit like that, more unlockables and shit like that. But as far as the game being
That
better
shit
than
should
what
have
it
been
was at
free to
launch,
play.
Yeah, man. There's
you
like
think it
you
should
don't
have
have
been
to
free to
have an
play?
Xbox One to play Titanfall though. It's on the PC.
That's true. That's true. That is true. That's true. But
All right. So anyway, like I said, I'm still lost. Okay. All right. So, Ride, you still around?
Yeah.
Okay. Fame, you still here?
Barely.
Good one. I was set up for that one. Oh man, Sad Man Dan, how you feeling?
What? Oh,
like
We're
you getting
doing
no
stuff.
pussy,
Oh man.
like a virgin.
I don't know.
Oh.
Like a
Apparently I got
virgin
this-
touch for
this
the
bad.
very first time.
I don't know. I feel like console plebs got blown the fuck out, like they always do.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated. Because for once I was trying to have a very, very clean podcast. Clean. It's
Well,
okay.
next time, don't let Darian in.
Literally brought the show to a screeching halt.
He came in taking shots.
Hey, it is what it is, man. That's my character. That's my
So-
personality.
Hold on, Sad. What did you say? This is why console plebs got blown out again?
Sad has
I
no
feel
room to
like
talk because he
console
doesn't
plebs
have a
get blown
game.
out, just like
His
they always
newest
do.
game is like 3 years old. Come on. Oh
I
man.
never get
Game's
on.
3 years old. What do you mean?
Your newest
I
game
never
is like
did.
3 years old.
Titanfall came out this year.
Oh, you have Titanfall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you played shooters. I thought you
All my
played,
games are old,
like-
bro.
Oh man, I'm surprised.
I liked it. It was fun for like an hour, and then there was nothing to do. There was no content in it.
I feel. Have you played Titanfall since then?
I don't know. Like I'll play like one game maybe.
Because
I
if
don't know. I
there's
haven't touched it. I've
that
been laddering.
one thing that game right now is not the one thing that game is not lacking right now is content. It has a whole bunch,
Really?
ton
I've
of
gotten
modes
on there
right
and
now.
been pretty dead.
Yeah. PC. Yeah, but when I go in there on Xbox, I mean,
Well, I mean like
still get a full
content-wise,
game
no, it's just
and whatnot. Oh shoot! I said Xbox and it came on. Hold on. Xbox mute. Thank God. All right. All right, but do anybody got anything to clear off their chest before I close the podcast out for tonight? Hold on, let me see if there's some questions here. Anybody?
Kid, don't forget to thank Blackbuster Critic for coming on our show tonight. I mean, we wasted like a whole hour and a half of his time. So, at least, thank him for coming on the show.
It's not a waste, man. Today was my day off anyway.
Oh no, I do want to apologize for all the people that says anticipation of this podcast. Oh, he's gonna get wrecked by Blackbuster again. I can't. Why would you do that? You're gonna get wrecked again. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because people don't read. I kept telling them it was just a podcast.
But honestly, but thanks for coming through and participating in the podcast. I was trying to get somebody specifically for you because I did want to see a discussion happen, but it didn't happen. Hopefully, I can make it happen.
You already knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Hopefully, I can make it happen next time. But
poor little Wei.
I didn't say that. but yeah. So
I mean, if Iron Wolf is listening to this, man, step your game up, son.
Wow.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Bang bang.
Who is Iron Wolf?
This fool blocks everybody on Facebook that proves him wrong.
Yeah, he blocked me.
Yeah, he blocked
Yeah,
somebody
I'm even
today.
That's crazy. I'm
Sounds
even
like a
lost.
clown.
Wow.
man,
There you have it, Iron Wolf, an open challenge to come
And
on
we
this
can-
podcast and defend some of your points.
shout out to Iron Wolf, but I am looking for. I mean, I like to see everybody get their, point across, and
Now they just
hopefully-
got you blacklisted from Iron Wolf's channel.
hopefully that happens.
He needs to skip his salon appointment.
I mean, but look at his mentor.
His eyebrows don't need to be tweezed. He needs to get his ass in here.
I mean, but look at his mentor. I mean,
Whoa.
Pleased eyebrows.
That's how you feel, though? Alright.
All right, so all right, before it is further than what it needs to be, but thank you guys for watching Let's Talk Games 15. Tune in back next Saturday. It's gonna be an earlier show. It's gonna be at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Jay from Drop Dead Interactive bringing us Gear Gauntlet. So we hope you're talking about that game. So tune in 4:30 next Saturday. We'll be interviewing Jay from Drop Dead Interactive for Let's Talk Games. But for those who watched, thank you for coming through. Hope you enjoyed, and tune in next weekend. See you guys later. And I'm the only one closing out. I'm gonna say this, like I always say it, no matter which way the argument went. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good
Too
night.
bad it's not a good console.
My new pills.
Dude, damn. Okay. Do I have to say it again?
He doesn't know. He don't know what a good console is because he doesn't have one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
great.
good point.
That's
I have a
Up for that
PS2. It's
budget.
really good.
He scrapes up that budget PC and tries to become a gamer. But come on.
Okay. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We out.